The numbers that I have on my meters is more than I've ever seen after eating. AccuCheck is supposed to be the most accurate meter. It's 150. This is 176.
Going up by 50 points approximately.
Yeah.
So how much did it go up by?
50 points. I ate this Quest bar that's supposed to not affect blood sugar.
Let's see what the package says.
Total carbs 21, of which fiber is 17. So it's 4 regular grams of carbs, which is very low. What we're showing so far is that fiber has a real impact on our A1C level.
Is it showing that fiber has a real impact, or is it showing that people don't count in their bars accurately what the carbs are?
Either one or the other. Good point, Shelley.
What's your point?
The good news is I went up 18 points. The bad news is that I started at 190 and I'm at 208.
Wow.
Having type 1 diabetes, it's like like dosing is also a guessing game in many ways. I gave myself 2 units of Humalog.
And what was your guess on how many carbs you were consuming to dose?
I dosed according to like 10 carbs.
I went from 147 to 203 in an hour.
Okay, did you dose yourself with insulin before you took this bar?
Yes, I had one. When I started at 147, I did dose with 1 unit of Humalog. This particular bar would be good if you had low blood sugar and you wanted to raise your blood sugar.
What if you wanted to have a low-carb meal and you trusted the label that said this is a low-carb meal?
I wouldn't trust the label that it was a low-carb meal.
Based on your blood sugars here?
Based on my blood sugars.
Mine went from 118 to 157, and I would consider that something to watch out for as far as carbs, because with the 21 grams, even if you're forgiving 17 of them as fiber or half of that much, it made a significant change for me. 40 points high on a bar that I wouldn't have thought that if it was really truly 10 grams of carb, which is about what it was going to work out to be.
When I started this meeting, I was 151. An hour after eating the bar, I was 128.
Have you always been a contrarian?
I think it was because I don't remember when I ate breakfast, and that 151 level at the beginning was either a defect in the meter or I ate breakfast about an hour ago.
My 10 o'clock was 118. My 11 o'clock was 164, which is a 46 increase.
What did you eat that made them go up 40 points?
That bar. I ate the Quest bar.
So it says only 4 grams of non-fiber carbs.
Right.
Do you believe it now?
No.
And 20 grams of high-quality protein, it says, gluten-free.
I don't believe it. It didn't work for me, let's put it that way.
I want to get the message across that fiber is not benign.
And since diabetics rely on the net carb amount, they can be very misled by the labeling that's federally approved product labeling that's supposed to be monitored.
I don't think it is very closely monitored by the FDA or any other agency.
People who are diabetic are told to watch their medication levels very carefully and to be very observant of the fact that they take the proper doses of their medications. And we've got a whole healthcare industry that's very cavalier about having people really watch the intake of the kind of food that can make a diabetic system go totally awry.
Fiber will raise your blood glucose level, and considerably, as this shows with many of the tests of those of 12 or so of us here who tested it.